the nurturers and the caretakers in that way. And so there are things that we're often very conscious about more so. But I think it can overlap. But I do think that there's a strong set of women's issues that really shouldn't be ignored.
What is the most?
What do you think those are? What do you think some of those are?
I think obviously from today, as you could hear everybody speaking, you could see that healthcare is a big, big deal. I think education is a big, big deal. I think equal pay is a big deal. And I think those are three really, really important ones.
So if you could give American women one reason and why they should vote for Obama and Biden in 2012, what would it be?
If I could give American women one reason, I would say that you can tell that there's an obvious empowerment that they want to give to women, and that there's an equality that I think that there's a view of women as equals, not as a special needs group or an afterthought or after that happens. So I think there's an equality and an empowerment that's a very clear focus, and I think that's really important for us.
What triggered you to become more politically active?
Well, I just know that this is an extremely important election. All elections are important. We made great strides in our past election, and now this one is even more so important. And I think that, it requires us all to get involved. It doesn't matter who you are or what background you're from or what your job is. Everybody is going to be affected by what happens at this next election. And so for me, I really want to do my part in making sure that it goes the right way. Thank you.
What do you want accomplished by participating in the Women Vote 2012?
I just, I'm a woman, and I think there's so many incredible women that are in the world, and, we have a really strong, powerful demographic, and we're not to be ignored, and I think that by us unifying and really being clear about our voice and what the Obama administration is able to provide for us, given the support, I think that we're allowing ourselves to really have a strong voice in this whole election. So by coming out here and being with everybody, I think it just shows our equalness, and that we all have to be a part and get involved in making this go right.
So what suggestions would you have for someone who's looking to either help Obama get reelected? What little steps can they take to help him this time around, since it's so crucial?
Well, I know that I went to the field office today, and, that was incredible, because that was my first time at a field office, and maybe it's many other people's first time, but even finding your local field office and going down and saying, what are you guys working on down here? Finding a couple spare hours in a day, or once a week, whatever it is that you can spare, and heading down and say, how can I be a part? There's so many things that can happen at home, too, and there's a lot of cool different parties that people can put together to help spread the word. Obviously, so many things are going on online. You know what I mean? We're a digital world, so it's, we can do so many things straight from home. There's calls that can be made that you can do to really help to convince people that are on the fence, or people that might not even have decided to vote at all. I think there's a simple thing of just like talking amongst your friends and your associates and kind of finding out what's their plans and what they're doing and making that a dialogue. I think sometimes we get really afraid to talk about politics with each other, but I think it's something, it's something really interesting. It can cause for debated, great conversations and maybe change somebody's mind.
Do you feel a little second guessing in regards to putting your political views to the public? How some people take it.
I hear you. People are very sensitive about politics, for sure. It's if you want to fight, you go ahead and talk politics, But I think that each person has the right to believe in what they believe in, and to vote for somebody that represents what they're looking for in their life and to achieve in their life. And, that's my prerogative as well. So we don't always have to all agree, but I can surely say what I believe, and I know that other people believe how I feel as well. So, that's part of it.
Alicia, Nas and Young Jeezy were very instrumental in mobilizing the urban community with My President is Black. You have a stronghold over the community as well. Can we expect some music from you to rally us up for the presidential election?
So, it's just so funny that you bring it up, because all I'll say is, with my album is coming very soon, and there is, strangely enough, some conversation about how we can put something like that together, because I really would. I think that there's something that would fit incredibly well. So, working on it, let's allow it all to play out, and we'll see how it goes. I think it'll work.
Is Obama going to be on the track? Like, maybe you get some props?
Right.
Right.
We'll see.
education, you talked about the concept of wanting to see more girls in technology programs and that kind of thing, but you yourself are a performing artist.
Yeah.
You benefited from being able to have access to the kinds of things that President Obama is trying to fight for, as well as that artistic education. And here in Philadelphia, we're specifically suffering from a huge education reform deficit problem, and we're trying to get our system together. What do you have to say about the idea of trying to also bring back well-roundedness in the idea that arts deserve a place in education reform?
Well, I surely agree with that. You know, if anybody agrees with that, it's me. You know, I think that, you know, art is an incredible outlet, and it's an incredible, really inspiring way to engage kids, because not everybody is inept to, you know, every single, you know, math statistic or reading thing. You know, people learn in multitude of ways, you know, and I think it's really important for us to not kind of treat kids as one, you know, scientist. You know, we're not all just one way, you know, and so we're inspired by new things, we're inspired by different things, and I think that obviously art education is a really special way to get people involved.
So in the way that President Obama has engaged people like, say, Dominique Dawes to get involved with the Let's Move campaign with the First Lady and use her area of expertise physically to help inspire children, do you think that you might be interested in serving as in some advisory capacity in terms of arts education in the country?
I would. I am totally open for it. I welcome it, and it's something that I really, really believe in. And I do believe that education is such an important. We're at such a crossroads with it. I feel like there's so many kids we're losing. You know what I mean? And we don't have to lose them. And we have to treat teachers properly too. We have to inspire them to want to be their best as well. And we have to kind of make sure we have the best teachers in place too. You know, not just people kind of grandfathered in either. So it's like it's a lot. It's a lot of different things we're dealing with as a country for sure. And I would love to be an advocate for the arts for sure.
Alicia, what words of encouragement would you give the youth of America to get them involved with the campaign and fired up?
I mean, for the youth of America, it's you and me, it's all of us, you know, and the words that I would say is just, we are this country, you know. If you think about it, there's not one movement that happened anywhere all over the world that wasn't sparked by the youth, you know what I mean? We are the strength. We are the visionaries. We are the muscle. We are the ones that, you know, can encourage each other. We obviously have control of all social media, and that's an incredibly powerful tool. And we have everything that it takes to really, you know, create a grand, great, powerful message. So there's nothing stopping us. So my thing is just, you know, really, really be proactive in what your future is going to be, because, you know, no one else is going to build it for you. You know, it's easy to get left behind. So I think we definitely have to organize and be really smart and powerful.
Thank you, Alicia.
President Obama's top campaign advisors have talked a lot about how worried they are about being outspent in this campaign because of the super PACs on the other side. Have you thought at all about getting involved with fundraising in terms of tapping into your network of people who might have money that they want to give to support the campaign?
Definitely. I've already been involved in fundraising already, and I definitely plan to be a part of more as much as I can.
Performing at events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Different arrangements or inviting people to different things. And I mean, I think there's also something really powerful about, you know, this technique of really galvanizing communities. It's really powerful, you know, and it shouldn't be underestimated either. I mean, surely, obviously, money is something that helps everything, you know, get spread wider and farther and heard about and that kind of thing. But there is also an extreme power in us as communities and really being focused and coming together. And I think that it shows more if someone almost has nothing and gives the little that they have to support a bigger cause. I think that shows a far more power than having all the money in the world and no real energy behind it. So.
And so what else would you like to do in terms of going forward in the campaign over the next few months?
In regards to fundraising?
No, or any, just in general, how do you see your role?
I would, you know, I see my role in many, many ways. You know, I really want to continue doing these kind of things really stick to me. You know, I love being amongst my people and people and just like really communicating and conversating. I think that's is very inspiring for me, you know, and hopefully as inspiring for the people that are there. And I think that we can all really, these groups, when you're able to speak to people one-on-one, you know, it's something that really, it spreads far. It's a spider effect, you know. And so I would love to continue to do that. I'd love to help in fundraising for sure. I'd love to help being an advocate like we spoke about over here. I mean, I'm wide open. I'd like to do as many things as I possibly can.
Would you like to encourage all students when they come back to school in September to get registered to vote?
Yes.
And make sure that all their parents, even the college students that come to the Philadelphia area as well as the other universities,
Yes.
you know, that they all need to get involved. Everyone needs to remain engaged. And how are they going to effectively change the vote?
Definitely. I mean, I think that people are very engaged. You know, I think you could tell. That's what I was trying to say out there. Like every place I went today, there is an energy, there is an engagement. There's no doubt about it. You know, and I think with having these organized opportunities to really, you know, be a part of it, it's kind of drilled in your head all the time how important it is. And you have one space where you go. You're focused on it. Everyone is doing it. You know, it helps to really drive everybody. So I definitely would encourage that. Back to school is an incredible time to sign up and register and be ready to vote because, I mean, we have no choice.
Guys, I think that we might wrap up here. I don't know if there's any